Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about a division strategy called partial quotients. And partial quotients uses place value to help you do long division easier. So let's get started. Here we have our first problem, 4,817 divided by 8. So what I'm going to do is think about my larger multiples of 8 because I want to get as close to 4,817 as I can. So if I think even about 8 times 10, I know that's 80. I can get even larger than that. If I do 8 times 100, that's going to get me 800, which is much closer to that. But if I go too high, try 1,000, that gives me 8,000, and that's way too big. So I could try 8 times 500, which is going to be 4,000. That's going to get me very close. So I'm going to put a 500 over here because I know 500 times 8 equals 4,000. So then my next step will be to subtract to see what I have remaining, and that would be at 817. Now I've already done that over here by doing 8 times 100 and found out that that is 800. So then I'm going to put my 100 over here because I know 8 times 100 is 800. Subtract to see how much I have left. I have 17. Then if I think of my smaller multiples of 8, I know I can get as close as 16 by putting a 2 over here because 2 times 8 is 16. Then I subtract and I have 1 left. And I know this is my remainder because it's less than 8. So then to find out what my quotient is, these are all parts of my quotient. I need to add them together to find out that my quotient is 602 with the remainder of 1. Let's try one that's a little bit harder. We have 6,475 divided by 15. Now I like to start by multiplying by 10 to see what that gets me. Now that only gets me 150, so I know I'm gonna have to go much larger than that. So the next thing I try, or I like to try, is 100. Now that's gonna get me 1,500. Now that's getting closer to 6,000, but I can get even higher. So I'm gonna test out 15 times 200. That's gonna get me 3,000. Let's stick with that for right now. So I know that 15 times 200, here's my 200, is 3,000. I'm going to subtract that and see what I have left. That leaves me with 3,475. So then I notice that I can still take out another 3,000, which would be multiplying 15 times 200 again. So then I would again subtract 3,000, and that would leave me with 475. So since I'm left with 475, I'm going to look back over here and see what I've already found with my multiples, my larger multiples of 15. Now, I got kind of close when I did 15 times 10, but I might be able to get a little bit closer. If I did 15 times 20, that would get me 300. So I could go with that. If I do 20 times 15, then I have 300. Subtract, I have 175. Can I pull out 300 again? No. So that means I'm gonna have to go smaller. I can use this 15 times 10 now because when I do 15 times 10, that's gonna give me 150. Then I'll have 25 left. Now I need to start thinking about my smaller multiples of 15, just skip counting by 15. Now, the closest I can get without going over is 15, so that would be a 1. Subtract that and I have 10. Now 10 is less than 15, so that means 10 is going to be my remainder. But I need to come over here and add my partial quotients together to get my answer. When I add 200, 220, 10, and 1, I get 431. So I'm going to write that up here, 431 with a remainder of 10.